So, I've been making games for quite some time now, although none of them have ever been exactly fully realized. After a few cancelled projects and some broken dreams, I decided it was time to give serious game development another go. I reached out to my game dev friend Cooper Refuge of Holbrook Hotel fame to see if he wanted to help.
Hello?
Want to make a game?
No.
Okay, hear me out. Lethal Company, but in space.
Isn't Lethal Company already in space?
Lethal Company in space, but with robots.
Bet.
Okay.
Okay, finally. Oh my god, that was so...
We brainstormed ideas and worked on a game design document to outline our vision. All we needed now was a name. After throwing around a few ideas, Cooper came up with Extraction Protocol. And with the name and GDD done, it was time to open up Unity again and get to work. I'm a big fan of Outer Wilds, and for our game, I wanted to create an open, explorable solar system like it has. In Outer Wilds, you can freely move and rotate in zero gravity, and your character always stands upright relative to the planet you're on. For our game, we needed something similar. However, in most games, you only have to worry about the player looking up, down, and side to side, but when you need to freely rotate in 360 degrees on all axes, an issue arises. See, normally when a character in-game turns, it rotates their character on the y-axis, but when the player starts to change angles, the y-axis no longer aligns with the direction we want to rotate on. Thankfully, Unity has a way to rotate around the correct axis through local rotations. Local rotations allow the axis to be relative to the character instead of the world. With that done, we just need to apply forces in the direction the player wants to go, and we have zero gravity movement. Next, we need some gravity so you don't just float away when on a ship or a planet. This is actually pretty simple. All we need to do is apply a force towards the center of mass and increase the force as you get closer. Now the player will be attracted to the planet, but they still won't stand on it. To fix that, I'm going to change some code in the player script so that it orients itself relative to the direction of gravity if the force is strong enough.
And I recently released my horror game, Holbrook Hotel. It's free on itch.io now. I've always wanted to make a game using the Lethal Company formula, with voice chat and funny moments.
You think you're Sigma? I'm Sigma. I'm Sigma.
Here's what I've done so far on Extraction Protocol. I started with the directional gravity script, which just checks when a player enters a certain area, like a box collider, and then applies a downward force until they leave. This is pretty simple, but we might redo it so it works with other gravity sources, like a planet. Next, I worked on the ship controller. This didn't just involve the spaceship, but also parenting the player to the ship so when the ship moved, the player moved with it. I also implemented the interaction script. It's something I've used in a few of my other projects. It just lets you run code when you press E on an object. You can also see the inventory system I'm making. I have no idea why it's working in this clip, so I'm just going to pretend it's fully functional. That's pretty much all I've done so far. This game is a lot of fun to work on, and I'm really excited to see it come together. See you guys in the next devlog, if there is one.